people leave Las Vegas, especially at the casinos, upset knowing some of their money is still at the table. One guy who is going to leave Las Vegas very happy is Martin Truex Jr. He wins this race, his second Las Vegas win, and more importantly, that means he knows he is moving on. No matter what happens over the next 2 weeks, Martin Truex Jr. moving on to the next round. And you keep this alive. The driver winning the Stage 2 winner has gone on to win every Las Vegas race. When you won Stage 2, you now kept that alive by winning, so congratulations.
I'm glad I didn't know that during the race.
Here's the thing, we said it, you just didn't hear us.
Well, yeah. So. It had to go right to like the last lap or last 2 laps of that to make that happen, right, to get that.
Yeah, it was, I think it was with 2 to go, I took the lead or something, so yeah, it was, got it in traffic a little bit there. We had a kind of a wild day, you know. We had to keep going. We started 24th, of course, and felt like the first stage we had a really strong car, and we got up to like 7th or 8th, had a bad pit stop on our green flag stop, lost some spots, got back to 8th for that one, and then, you know, of course, we had trouble in the pits again and had to come from 19th to win Stage 2. So that was pretty huge, and we knew we had a strong car from there.
Okay, you came from 19th to win Stage 2. Joey came from 22nd to win Stage 1, but all we hear from every driver we interview is you can't pass. So explain that to me and explain that to the fans, because that's a phenomenon that I just can't tell. I can't explain it to the regular fan.
Yeah, I think from our perspective, I think it's if you're somewhat equal, you can't pass. Really, I feel like you just wait for guys to fall back.
Yeah.
You're not driving up there and just driving around them. You're kind of like, you're trying to stay the same speed. Like, our car was really good at just hanging on today. We weren't as fast as a few guys early for about 10 laps. The 4 was real fast, 22 was pretty fast, 9 was real fast for 10. And then we would just sit there and keep running the same speed, and they'd come back to us. And as long as I could find a lane they weren't running and be able to run it, I could pass them. So it's almost, I mean, yeah, if you're equal, it's really, really difficult. You got to be kind of a standout car to be able to do it.
So you talked about the start of this race, though. You were telling us how slick this race was. We kind of set it up, and for the fans, that hey, the drivers have told us hot and slick, but it even exceeded what you thought it might be.
Yeah, I think it surprised the whole field. I mean, by the way it looked out there, there was guys just sliding everywhere, looking for a grip, looking for a lane. There was a car on every inch of the racetrack at some point around the track just looking for something. I'm like, I mean, I'm talking like way 30%, 40% less grip than the end of practice when it was hot. So I mean, it was definitely wild, and that usually happens. You know, Xfinity ran yesterday. It's windy here. There's, you know, the desert's right there, right? So all that dirt blows in all night. When the wind picked up last night, track was dirty, dusty, all kinds of rubber from yesterday. So once that got cleaned off, it kind of came around and got, you know, kind of somewhat back to normal.
Okay, we saw you pass Joey there for the win to win the second segment. We saw him get caught in traffic. How difficult was traffic today? Because we saw your teammate Kyle Busch run windshield deep into in the back of a lap car going into turn 1 late in the race, but it seemed like traffic was everywhere the leaders wanted to be.
Yeah, there was, I mean, constantly traffic, and they're all in different lanes, so you got to kind of pick and choose and hope you catch them the right times. And you know, at the end of Stage 2, I caught the 22, and I was starting to put some pressure on him, and then I kept catching lap cars in the wrong spot, and the next thing you know, I'm 20 car lengths back, and there's 5 to go, and I'm like, well, dang, I'm not going to win. I don't have a chance now. And I just kept digging, and then he caught slow cars in the wrong spot, and I was able to catch him and then put a pass on. So you just hope that it kind of works in your favor. I mean, there's a lot of cars out, there's a handful of cars out there that are slow, that are getting lapped every 10, 15 laps, and you just hope that they're in the right lane when you get to them.
Okay, so you make the final green flag pit stop there. Your car wasn't what you wanted, but I guess Cole made an adjustment for you to do that. How soon did you know? And then we've got some video of you tracking Harvick down there.
Well, I think that that whole run before, you know, the second to last run, the whole time I was too loose, and the 4 was driving away. He was really fast, and then, you know, there's about 10 laps to go before we were going to pit, and I said, Cole, it's just starting to come to me. You know, I'm just starting to be able to push, and we were starting to match lap times and then starting to get a little quicker. He's like, well, you better go now because we're pitting soon. I'm like, well, you better tighten me up then, because I've been out here a while just babying it because I can't lean on the right rear. And so he made an adjustment, and once we took off, I knew right away. I was like, it was pretty good. And I don't know if the 4 got off a little, because it was super sensitive tonight. One run I'd be really good, next run I'd be sideways, and we really didn't change anything. And so it was just back and forth, and the balance was super sensitive for us all weekend. I don't know about everybody else, but a good adjustment at the end, just exactly the one we needed, and luckily we were able to put the move on and drive away.
Okay, there was one point in the race where you dropped back, and I got to admit, you sounded like Sherry on the radio, the way you were screaming, your high-pitched voice there.
Yeah.
That it was terrible. But
I said, I'm in trouble here.
Yes, I'm in trouble here. And that was like, that said it all.
Yeah.
The tone of your voice said it all. But let's go back, and here we stand in victory lane. You know, and it's been said a million times, and a lot of drivers already, you can't win the championship in this first race of this first round, but you can dang sure lose it.
Yep.
How important was that for this team to come here and send this message?
I don't know if it's a message. I mean, I think we're just, you know, it's fun to be able to run to your potential. You know, we've had really strong cars for a while now, and we've kind of been in a little bit of a funk as far as getting good finishes, but you know, if you look back at the last 5 or 6 races, we've been right there, you know, getting ready to win a stage, caution comes out, and the field, you know, swaps on track position and things like that, and flat tires and bad pit stops. So we've had a lot of trouble, but we've been really, really fast. And I think that was a sign to Cole and I that, hey, we're doing the right things. Let's just keep down this path. Let's keep working hard. Pit crew guys had a rough start to the night tonight, but man, thankfully they got it together. Hopefully that'll give them confidence. But I think just our experience, you know, together over the years in these playoffs, we know what it's all about. We just came here to hit a single or a double today. We knew we had some bonus points, but we always work hard and try to have the best car we can and try to win a race. And, you know, sometimes things come together and sometimes they don't. Today they did.
Martin, how gratifying is it to you as a driver that went through some tough years there? Always had the talent to get it all done, but when I tell you won the opening playoff race, 3 of the last 4 years, and that's your 24th victory in the Cup Series, has to feel pretty good, man.
It feels amazing, yeah. I mean, 22 wins in, 4.5 years or something is it's pretty incredible. Just, you know, I couldn't do it without a team like I have, without Cole and without Coach and everybody at TRD and Bass Pro, Johnny staying behind me for so long. And, you know, really and truly without him and auto owners, this deal would have never came together. So just thanks to all the folks that make it happen. I'm a lucky guy to drive fast equipment, and you know, just having a lot of fun right now. Hopefully we can keep it going.
And we can tell.
Yeah,
you
man.
Came over, the
Congratulations.
emotion, the excitement. So do you like fun facts like that? If I give you another one, do you want it?
I love fun facts.
Okay, how about this? The driver winning race 1 in the playoffs has gone on to win the championship 4 times, most recently 2017.
That's good. That's a good stat.
So,
those are good odds. Those are good odds. And you know, it's just yeah, we'll see. It's a long way to go from here, but I feel really good if we can make it to Homestead that we're going to be tough to handle.
And the nice part is he knows he gets to sleep for the next 2 weeks easily because he knows he's moving on.
Yeah.
That's really what's important.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Martin.
Thank you all very much.
Job.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.